Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to part 2 of Backlash. My name is BrendenPlayz, and we are going to kick off the second part with a huge fatal 4-way matchup between Batista, Randy Orton, Rob Van Dam, and Booker T. This is not only just a fatal 4-way, it is TLC. And here is the animal Batista right now, who's trying to get himself back in the world title picture. And a victory in this fatal 4-way will get him right there. He's right on the cusp. And he's been dealing with Booker T in recent weeks. And here we go. Here comes one of his opponents in this matchup. His name is Rob Van Dam. And he's been dealing with Randy Orton the last few weeks as well. And a back and forth little rivalry. And RVD, he's really kind of surprised me. He's been one of the guys that have been really up on the rise. He's very, very close to breaking through that little threshold from the Intercontinental Championship to the World Championship. So he's very close to becoming a World Championship contender. This man, Booker T, has been struggling in recent weeks whilst he's been dealing with Batista. Batista's been getting the better of him, but Booker T, we know how good he is. We know what he's capable of, so we can't really count him out. And the final man in this matchup, Randy Orton now. And as well as RVD, Randy Orton is another man who's very, very close as well. And I think whoever probably does walk away with the victory in this one, I think will be the guy who becomes that next World Championship contender. Obviously, we have a #1 contendership matchup coming up next between Eddie Guerrero and John Cena. That'll be the official next #1 contender. But we have to kind of think about the future and going forward. Who's going to be the guys who's going to step up? Who's going to be the guys who's going to be the next contenders? And any one of these guys in this match could be that one, but the one singular guy could be the winner in this matchup. So we'll have to wait and see. But Batista has the table. Randy Orton has the ladder. Now RVD does, as Batista takes a shot there on Randy Orton. Obviously, fatal 4-way situation. Very, very difficult to kind of keep all your opponents down. That's something that these guys are going to have to do tonight. And we saw the women's match close out part 1 of Backlash, and they kind of, that was a very quick matchup. They kind of, didn't really seem too phased with the fatal 4-way situation. Trish Stratus took advantage of the fatal 4-way. Lita and Melina were distracted. They were, battling it out. Trish hit the chick kick and got the pin. So we've seen the fatal 4-ways, they can end quickly or they can go for quite some time. It's all four of the participants in the match. None of them will stay down. As long as there's one guy still standing, he can easily come in and break it up. And Booker T and RVD at the top of the ladder. This is not good. Early on in the matchup, they're going to risk it all at the top. They're striking each other, throwing bombs. Who's going to get the better of who? Booker T. No, RVD. Both men still striking. Booker T's got RVD right where he wants him. But, oh, he just tosses him off the top. And Booker T, pretty happy with himself there. RVD down and out. And already in this one, feeling the effects of the TLC environment off the top of the ladder, taking a huge fall, struggling to get back to his feet. He's there now, as now Batista and Randy Orton doing the same at the top. And all 4 of these guys have been very, very impressed with him because, we've seen, oh, Batista off the top. And he's going to be down for a little bit as well. So this one's going to be pretty extreme. We're going to expect to see plenty of tumbles, plenty of falls from these 4 competitors. And obviously, these 4 guys in this match have all been pretty impressive. And, we've got a pretty good roster in our hands, I think, here on Monday Night Raw. I'm really kind of happy. We've got a lot of guys with a lot of potential. And, that's something I really want. Oh, wow! RVD suplexed into the outside from Batista. Well, he hit the suplex, didn't land in the ring, he landed on the outside, and that could be the end of RVD's night. That could break many bones in your body. That could be the end of RVD. He's already taken 1 fall at the top. He's somehow back to his feet now. I think that's not really a wise decision. He probably should stay down because, jeez. Oh, Batista! Oh, huge elbow off the top. This is crazy. All 4 of these men risking it all, trying to win this matchup. There's no championship on the line. It's all about pride. It's all about gaining momentum. Batista at the top with another elbow drop. It's all about proving that you're the better man and you are the future of Monday Night Raw. Which man will be the future? Well, I am not exactly sure as Batista kind of missed that elbow shot there. And now, Batista. Here we go. Batista bomb to Randy Orton, but the referee is down. Batista hit the referee on his way down from the elbow drop, and he could have won this match right now. But the ref is down as he hits the Batista bomb on Randy Orton, and that was probably, what, a 15 count? Batista had it won, but he hit the referee, unable to get the pinfall, unable to capitalize, and this match continues. Jeez, Batista unlucky there. Well, he hit the huge Batista bomb, and it was it. It was over. Oh, RKO! RKO there from Randy Orton, back to his feet. Now, oh, the ref got hit again. Just when you thought Randy was going to put this match to bed with the RKO, the referee was taken out again, and he was unable to get the count. And this is going to be probably a very similar thing that's going to happen in this one. I think the referee could be. Oh, he's down again. This referee, he's not in the match. Now here we go. Scissors kick. Randy Orton taken down, and Booker T, the spinner Rooney for good measure as well. Pretty happy with himself. And as long as that ladder is in play, I think that referee's going to get hit a few times. He might be busted open at the end of this one. I mean, he is taking a fair few bumps, and you know, he's not just getting punched in the face and staying down for 25 minutes. He's actually legitimately getting hit with the ladder. We're moving on now. We skipped a little bit ahead. You know, it was a pretty similar thing. You know, these guys just battling it out, and this one continues on. This one is still back and forth. You can see the damage dealt. So all four of these men putting themselves on, their bodies on the line, trying to get the advantage here. But no one has really been able to capitalize. They're hitting their big moves, but nothing's really happening. As Batista and Orton going at it at the top. Look at these guys just beating the hell out of each other. Oh! And the ladder collapsed, and both men take a fall. And Randy Orton's going to get the ladder back up there. I don't know why these guys are so intent on climbing the top. It's just bad news. There's no need to climb the top. TLC match. The only way to win is by pinfall. So climbing the ladder is useless. And really, it's just a way to kind of destroy your body even further. Batista and Randy are struggling there. Booker T throws Randy over the top rope. Batista, what's he got planned now? Trying to get that ladder off Booker T. Randy's got the table, sets it up in the corner. And RVD back to his feet, but how much has RVD got left to take? He's already taken a number of falls already. All four of these guys actually have, you know, they've all kind of been going after each other. Here we go! Oh, he almost had it there, but Batista able to kick it and kick it, Orton there and break it up. He's very, very close now. All four of these men just, you get the feeling one big move away. Whoever can get an opening, hit their finisher, get this one over and done with. As now Booker T takes down Van Dam. Batista at the top of the ladder by himself. What's he got planned? Randy Orton throws Booker T on top of the table. Will we see someone go through that table? Orton against the ropes. And, well, Batista decided to go after Booker T instead of Randy Orton. But Booker T in a bit of trouble there. Able to get off the table, though. And now Batista might be on that, running the risk of going through the table. But Booker T unable to capitalize there. And Batista leaning against the table. And instead decided to go after that ladder. It takes a shot there on Randy Orton. Jeez, this is just brutal. These four guys are just relentless right now. Just intent on brutalizing one another, doing whatever they can to inflict as much damage as possible. Van Dam off the top! He risked it all, he missed. As Booker T decided to climb the ladder instead of standing still where Van Dam had lined him up. And obviously his vision was impaired from, you know, going backwards, so he didn't exactly see where Booker T was, and he was able to get out of the way. Batista almost took Van Dam's head off with that clothesline. Here we go. Both men, Booker T and Randy Orton, trying to get to the top of the ladder. They're very ginger getting up there, but they're there now. Booker T and Orton at the top. Both men battling it out. Randy's in trouble, thrown off the top. And Booker T tried to line up Batista as well, who's able to dodge and evade and get himself out of there. And uh-oh, Rolling Thunder! Did he? I don't know, he didn't really quite get all of that. Rolling Thunder on the ladder though. Oh, Van Dam's been busted. Jeez, this is a hard one to keep up with these four guys. just doing everything they can. This is just fast-paced action. And uh-oh, wait a minute. Van Dam, scissors kick to Booker T, and he's mocking him with the spinneroonie. Are you kidding me? Rob Van Dam mocking Booker T as here we go. Batista's got the Batista bomb. Randy through the table. But whilst that was happening, Van Dam comes in and picks up the victory. Got the cover on Booker T. And what an insult. Pinning Booker T with his own finishing maneuver. And then hitting the spinneroonie at the same time. Are you kidding me? Rob Van Dam adding insult to injury, but walks away as the winner in this one. And we've said it before, Van Dam is one of the rising stars here on Raw, and he's proven that tonight. Big victory in the Fatal 4-Way TLC match here at Backlash. Couple of matches to go still as our #1 contenders match. Here we go. John Cena versus Eddie Guerrero. The winner will probably face the Undertaker or Kurt Angle, whoever wins that WWE Championship matchup coming up later on. And this is going to be a big one. John Cena versus Eddie Guerrero. These two guys have been battling it out in tag matches, singles matches, you name it, in the last few weeks. And this has been a very, very interesting situation. As John Cena and Eddie, you know, it's been pretty back and forth. I mean, John Cena, I think, has got the better of Eddie, but it's been very, very close. And the #1 contenders matchup here tonight. Both men, their popularity sky high, doing very, very well here on Raw. The crowd love them, or hate them in Eddie's case, but both men very, very impressive, and deservingly so. The next #1 contender, whoever does win this one. Eddie's ready, he's out of the car, and it's time to fight. As here we go, John Cena, Eddie Guerrero, tables match. We just saw, I believe, Randy Orton go through the table from Batista. Now it's time to see another table being destroyed as Cena and Eddie, and we've talked about it in the last few episodes as well, the fact that SmackDown has just been spamming these stipulations on their shows every single week. We've decided to amp it up here on Backlash as well. You know, it's been a case of SmackDown every single show. Hell in a steel cages, last man standing, backstage brawls, you name it, everything like that. They've been trying to do everything they can to get themselves ahead in the ratings by using all these stipulations. We've kind of avoided doing that, but obviously here on Backlash and our pay-per-views, we want to maximize our ratings. So stipulations galore here on Backlash, and you know we've seen was Extreme Rules matchup, you know, a tables match, TLC match, next up last man standing. So it's all happening right here. Steel cage as well. So we've seen many stipulations, and that's probably what you're going to expect to see here on GM mode on our pay-per-views. A lot of stipulations. We probably might do one here and there on the Raws just to kind of spice things up, but we don't want to do what SmackDown does in every single match, every single week, every title's on the line, everything like that all the time. We don't want to do that. And you know, I think there's been, oh god, it's how many championship changes has already been. I mean, I think every single week there's a new champion over on SmackDown, so we haven't done that yet. We want to try and keep things legit and how you probably would expect to see in the WWE. And that's kind of my mentality, my booking style, I guess you can say. As Cena takes down Eddie with a bulldog there. Down goes Eddie face first. Nice move there from Cena. And trying to match Eddie Guerrero technically is something that you will never be able to do. Not many men will ever be able to do that. So John Cena just has to try and out-brawl Eddie. You know, introduce some weapons and just try and take down Eddie in any possible way, outpower him, outmaneuver him in some ways. You know, make sure, you know, probably slow the match pace down, because Eddie, you know, it can be very quick at times, very agile, and he likes to fly. So if John Cena can kind of capitalize on his strength here and, you know, slow the pace of this one down, I think John Cena will be able to get this victory here. But if Eddie Guerrero can keep the moves going, keep the match the way he'd like it to be, then I can guess you can say John Cena might be in some trouble, and a frog splash through the table could be happening as Eddie Guerrero has that arm wrenched there by John Cena. Wait a minute, already, here we go, he's got him up, and now the FU, but it's not through the table, it wasn't set up, And Eddie Guerrero, Ginger, back to his feet from Cena, who's going to keep the damage coming. He's got the advantage. John Cena still going. And this is a good strategy from Cena. He has the advantage. He's got Eddie down right where he wants him. He has to keep it going. And uh-oh. You can't see me. 5 knuckles shuffle is inbound. Boom, there it is. 5 knuckles shuffle to Eddie Guerrero. John Cena in control of this one. Eddie has not been able to get out of the blocks just quite yet. And now a big chop there. And down goes Cena. Huge implications on this match. The winner faces the WWE Champion next up. They're the next #1 contender. They're the next man to get an opportunity for this championship that they so much desire. It's all on the line. The top 2 contenders here on Raw battling it out. The John Cena is in control. Uh-oh. Eddie's up. And another FU's on the horizon. Yo, he just missed the table. I think his legs may have caught some of the table, but not enough to force the break. And Eddie's still in it after taking a second FU. And John Cena is going to hit the 5 knuckle shuffle again, perhaps. And here we go again. John Cena. The 5 knuckle shuffle. Down goes Cena, right pinpoint on Eddie's skull with his fist. And Eddie struggling. John Cena, he's in control. He just hasn't been able to capitalize and utilize that table just quite yet. He's got Eddie in the corner now. And uh-oh. Trouble here for Eddie. Cena very slowly striking away on Eddie. And oh, Eddie able to capitalize. John Cena making a huge mistake there. I don't know why he was throwing those fists so slowly. And I guess even if Eddie, he's taken 2 FUs, it only takes 1 move near that table to get the victory. So Eddie's not down and out just quite yet. But Eddie, you can see he's holding his head. He's struggling just a little bit. Doesn't quite know where the hell he is. Cena's in complete control. And uh-oh. Oh, God. John Cena's got Eddie. The 3rd FU. And, oh, he's through the table. And John Cena has got the victory. John Cena is the new #1 contender. Eddie Guerrero couldn't hang on for much longer. John Cena, a 3rd FU through the table, did the damage to Eddie, who never really got out of the blocks. And John Cena will face either Kurt Angle or The Undertaker in the future for the WWE Championship. What a victory there from John Cena. Here on Backlash for Monday Night Raw, here in GM mode, as we get ready for our WWE Championship matchup. Here comes the champ. Here he comes. He is the man. He is Kurt Angle. And he'll be facing The Undertaker tonight in a last man standing match. You go back to the first episode of GM mode where The Undertaker managed to pin Kurt Angle one-on-one to earn the opportunity for the WWE Championship. Now, this is all culminated to this one. Backlash. It is the WWE Championship last man standing match. How the hell will Kurt Angle keep The Undertaker down for a 10 count? I have no idea. And here comes the dead man, the crowd favorite. The fans want to see The Undertaker beat the hell out of Kurt Angle, who's been running his mouth, pretty confident, pretty cocky that he's the man here on Raw, and he has the championship to prove it, but The Undertaker's trying to step up and take it away from him right here tonight. Last man standing, and how the hell, like I said, are you going to keep this man down? Look at the size of him. He has the huge size advantage, and just the presence and the intimidation alone is enough to scare anybody away from this man, but Kurt Angle's one of the best. And he has the championship to prove that he is the best here on Raw. And here we go. Last man standing match. These 2 men about to lock up. Get this one underway. And Angle starts off. Has the arm of The Undertaker. And oh, a chop to the chest. And obviously, it is no disqualification. Anything is allowed. Expect everything and anything in this one. As Angle and The Undertaker battling it out for the last 4 weeks. Tag matches, singles matches, you name it. And it's been very close between these 2 men. Like I said again, obviously Undertaker getting the first victory in the one-on-one matchup, and that'll certainly give The Undertaker a lot of confidence that he can beat Angle by himself. And that's exactly what Angle's going to have to do tonight. Pull out every single strategy, every tactic, every dirty play in the book to try and beat The Undertaker, and he did that right there with the low blow. And Undertaker has the arm of Angle, and oh, Alright, shot there to Kurt Angle. And Undertaker and Kurt Angle, here we go again. Oh wow, what a suplex! The hang time, the height, oh my god, Kurt Angle, what a suplex! And Kurt Angle's in control in the early stages of the one. Undertaker landing on his neck, and that could be very, very dangerous for the Undertaker, who could be feeling the effects of this one, as Taker not trying to let Kurt Angle take advantage of the momentum that he had. And now Angle's down again, and obviously WWE Championship here. Undertaker's popularity has been quite low, so getting himself in this championship contention almost didn't happen. He almost didn't qualify, but he only just got there in the end. You know, he had to work hard to get himself in this championship opportunity, but he's done enough. You know, he's been good enough, in my opinion, to get himself this shot. And Undertaker, you know, we know what he's capable of. We know what he can do, and getting his popularity up into that 80 mark, you know, 85 mark would be great. But that's probably the plan right now. We want to try and improve the Undertaker, get himself in that top spot. And obviously, him as a WWE Champion will be a great way to do that, and his popularity will surge. As Angle, he's in control though. Undertaker's struggling just a little bit here. Kurt Angle's all over the Undertaker. We've already seen 2 championship changes here on tonight's Backlash show, and we may be able to see one more, but at the moment, Kurt Angle looks as though he may just retain the championship. We haven't seen a title defense yet. And Angle belly-to-belly suplex. But I think we're going to see one here tonight if this one keeps up, because Kurt Angle's in complete control, and he is just dominating the dead man. And Angle's showing what he can do. The arrogance of Kurt Angle, the cockiness, the confidence. And oh, another low blow. And now, the ankle lock applied. No, Taker counters. And of course, hitting the ankle lock is going to be really not very effective at all, because he has to keep him down for a 10 count. He tries to, probably better off hitting the ankle slam than hitting the ankle lock. I mean, I suppose damaging the ankle of the Undertaker will not allow him to get back to his feet in that kind of sense, but as well as that, you know, there's no way to make the Undertaker tap out. Even if there was submissions allowed, I don't think the Undertaker would ever tap out anyways. There's Kurt Angle. He's doing everything he can to survive. You can see the distinct size advantage, the power difference between Taker and Angle as Angle launched into the corner. Taker slowly, no, I was going to say slowly coming, but he picked up the pace, and the full force of the 300-pound frame of the Undertaker sent into Kurt Angle's body there, as Angle is down, and Taker with a nice little leg drop as well. And Kurt Angle, well, he was in complete control. Now Undertaker's hit back, and it's now game on. Angle, he was pretty confident with himself, thought he had it done, thought he had this one wrapped up pretty early. Undertaker hitting back though, and Taker again, this time slowing himself in the corner, but he has the throat of Angle. This is not where Angle wants to be. He's in trouble. Angle launched to the other side of the ring by the throat of the Undertaker. And we haven't seen any toys or anything introduced just quite yet. It's been about these two guys beating the hell out of each other in the middle of the ring. No outside interferences, no outside anything. Angle in some trouble again. Another low blow. He's been utilizing that all night. And now Taker sent into the corner. He may not be having kids after this one, because he's in a lot of trouble. Kurt Angle though, he tried to use the low blow to get himself back in the match. It hasn't worked because Undertaker's still in control. Hit the headlock. Follows it up with a leg drop. Angle's in trouble. And Undertaker, what's he got planned now? What's going to be his next move? He's got Kurt Angle where he wants him, but the Undertaker has suffered a lot of damage of his own. He's probably running out of gas. And uh-oh. Wait a minute. This is the move we've been waiting for. Undertaker has Angle right where he wants him. And the Tombstone Pile Driver right to the skull of Angle. And I don't think Angle's getting up from that. You can count to 100. No! What the hell? Angle back to his feet before a count can even occur. What the hell? Kurt Angle. What? How did he do that? Kurt Angle, I thought it was over. I said count to 100. It couldn't even count to 1. But Angle's still in this match. Undertaker can't believe it. And now Angle, oh, take with a counter. and hits the big boot to the back of Angle. And geez, what a nice little counter there from Undertaker. So if Angle had hit that, I think this match would have swayed right into the favor of Angle, and we could have seen Undertaker on his back for 10 seconds because Taker's taken a lot of damage. Angle now, he's running out of gas. How much has he got left to take? Taker drilling that elbow to the skull of Angle. You can see Angle's head not in a good frame of mind after taking the tombstone earlier on. Is he going to get back to his feet? 9 count. Angle's in trouble, and he's gone. He's done. Kurt Angle cannot get to the 10 count, and Kurt Angle has lost, and we have a new WWE champion, and his name is the Dead Man, the Undertaker. Well, the tombstone, that was the big move that done it, and Angle somehow got back to his feet. I don't know, instinct alone, I have no idea, but Taker just kept wearing him down, and eventually Kurt Angle just had nothing more to give, and the Undertaker walks away as the new WWE Champion. What a victory! Just a recap. Kane and Big Show beat Nitro and Mercury M&M in a steel cage matchup. JBL, a new Intercontinental Champion, defeating Shelton Benjamin in a hardcore matchup. Trish Stratus is the new Women's Champion, winning a Fatal 4-Way matchup. RVD won our TLC matchup earlier on in this part. And of course, John Cena defeating Eddie Guerrero in a tables matchup. Big night, big pay-per-view. Let's see how the ratings went. Here we go. Come on, we need some fans. Raw, 475,000. Yes, that is a big gain. 3.5 stars. That's okay. You know, obviously in the early stages of the series, 3.5 stars, we'll take that. That's fine. So that's a big gain here. And obviously we have, ooh, geez, a lot of contracts expiring, and we are broke. This is not good, but this is a bad situation for us. But anyways, 3.5 stars. So 3 star for the opening matchup. 3.5 star for the IC Championship, 3 star for the Fatal 4-Way Women's matchup, 3 star for the TLC matchup, 3.5 star for the tables matchup between Cena and Eddie, and of course, 4.5 star for our main event. That's huge. That's a nice little gain there. Pretty happy with that. So you can see, geez, a lot of our guys are not able to sign them. Big Show, we've only got 77,000. We might have to let one of these guys go. We need some money ASAP. A lot of contracts are expiring. We're in trouble. And we spoke about it earlier. You know, Kane and Big Show winning. You know, we thought they were going to win the tag titles and probably leave the show. Unfortunately, we weren't able to put them. You know, maybe because of the fact that they're leaving the show, the game didn't want us to put the tag titles on the line. But we've signed Big Show. We need to get Kane though. We don't want to lose him. So you can see the popularity. JBL up to 70 now. Trish doing well. So things are looking very good, and our rivalries, they're gone. I only have a couple of them left, so just like that. So things are looking pretty good. You know, there's not really much else going on the free agency, but we had a good week. Very happy with that. Let's check it out. Fan support, and you can see Raw has overtaken SmackDown. 300,000 fans ahead now. That's huge. That's fantastic, considering the fact that we were down behind. So I'm very happy with that. Things are looking very good. Things are looking up. Monday Night Raw on the rise after a huge Backlash pay-per-view. Guys, if you did enjoy Backlash, make sure you smash the like button for me, and make sure you subscribe to see more GM mode videos coming up very soon. Hope you guys enjoyed both parts. Let me know if you're okay with the 2 parts or you want the 1 part. 2 parts is probably easy for me, so I'm happy with that. So I hope you guys enjoyed both parts, and I'll see you next episode.